Okay, thank you, Charles. Back to you, Vanessa. And, well, an interesting article in the Daily Mail.
Yes, interesting article. I think we're seeing, the inevitable witch hunt for MP George Galloway starting. This is by Abul Taher, described as their security correspondent. Outrage's newly elected MP George Galloway interviews extremists urging people to join up with terrorists fighting Israel on Iranian propaganda channel. So the left-wing firebrand is hosting a new press TV show, and he interviewed Marwa Osman, who we know, of course, Mike, you've interviewed her, very dear friend of mine, Dr. Marwa Osman, PhD. And the claim was that she was effectively recruiting people to Hezbollah, which is a proscribed terrorist organization, despite being a political party in Lebanon, prescribed in the UK since 2019. So in the article itself, he does actually ask Galloway for comment. A spokesman for the Community Security Trust, which is known to be a Zionist lobbying operation inside the UK, which monitors anti-Semitic attacks. Dr. Osman is encouraging British citizens to go and fight in support of Hezbollah. That alone should be a matter for the police. Galloway told the Mail on Sunday Dr. Osman was addressing Arabs in the Arab world, not British people. It's also interesting that only Galloway was asked for a comment. Dr. Marwa Osman was not contacted until now for any comment. Alicia Kearns, who we mentioned last week, who basically highlighted the fact that the British government was not revealing the fact that legal advisors had informed them that Israel is breaking international law. She said it's unacceptable for an MP to host a show on the Iranian regime's propaganda arm. Press TV had its license revoked by Ofcom. For an MP to sit by in silence as someone recruits for a terrorist group is truly unforgivable. She must have forgotten that it can be argued that MI6 recruited for Al-Qaeda inside Syria, but she didn't mention that. David Miller retorted to Alicia Kearns, saying that she's back on the day job pushing anti-Iran propaganda for MI6. More fool those who fell for her crocodile tears for Palestinians. What he actually claims is that Kearns merely represents the sector of the security state which sees unfettered revisionist Zionism as a threat to the status quo of gradual rather than sudden genocide of the Palestinians. So here she is course correcting and reminding her superiors she's still a bloodthirsty imperialist who loathes Muslim sovereignty in the Muslim world. So I just wanted to play a section of Marwa's response to the Daily Mail. You can find it on her Telegram channel if you want to see the whole of her response. So here's the section.
This video, I will explain each part of this article and talk more about what the Daily Mail was actually promoting not very long ago. As you see here, I did say that in Lebanon there's the resistance, the Muqawama, and there's the Saraya Muqawama, the resistance brigades, where if you really believe in the resistance as a tool to liberate Palestine and help the natives in Palestine against this gruesome genocidal war against them, you can take part in that. And I don't think that is telling anyone to join any terrorist group because, for one, I'm a native in the region of what you call the Middle East, what I call West Asia, and we are defending ourselves against colonial settlers and colonial entities who are actively being armed and funded by the UK and the United States of America. On UK citizens to join our resistance right here against the Zionist entity, who are happy with our resistance and the effort it has been exerting to support our brothers and sisters in Palestine. We are also happy with all the resistance that is coming from Syria, from Iraq, from Yemen, and from Palestine itself. We do support the resistance against any resistance in the world against aggressors, occupiers, and colonial settlers. In the end, I'd like to thank the Daily Mail for using this very cute photo of me. I absolutely love it. You can spew all the pro-genocide propaganda that you want. You can attempt to smear our names because we fight for the people who are currently under genocide. This will not stop us. We will remain steadfast.
And Vanessa, you were talking about MI6 recruiting for Al-Qaeda in Syria, but of course the other name that we should mention here is Liz Truss.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, thank you for that. Now, we'll just end very quickly. I just want to highlight an article in the Daily Star. World dangerously close to next pandemic with deadly virus 100 times worse than COVID. More propaganda pushing the H1N1 virus. Well, what can we say about that? They decided to conflate the thing with a piece of video from Matt Hancock being what they describe as grilled on the pandemic by campmates on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I mean, it's just incredible that they have had the gall to publish this article. But I just want to end with this thought, and I'm going to get some thoughts from Vanessa about this because I think she'll agree with this, which is doing the rounds on social media at the moment. I think I agree with this. We're not from the left or the right, we're from the bottom, and we're coming for those on top. I think that sums things up fairly well, and we'll leave you with that thought for now. So I'm going to say thank you very much to everybody who's watched today. Thank you to Vanessa and Charles for your input. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with a couple of special guests for UK Column News Extra. We'll see you then if you're a UK Column member. Otherwise, don't forget the interview at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and then we'll be back for the news at 1 p.m. on Friday. See you then. Bye-bye.